Hey y'all. Hey good people. I like to always greet everyone properly. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you're tuning in from. Welcome to Testimony Tuesday with Hanisha. I'm happy to be here. I hope and pray that your morning, your afternoon, or your evening has been blessed so far. And I hope and pray you're just having a good day. I've had a pretty good day. I apologize for coming on so later in the evening my time, but I had a pretty busy morning and afternoon, and then I had to go get my hair done. So real quick, want to make this brief as possible. um, Head over to Testimony Tuesday with Anisha live on Facebook if you can. um, and check out the live that I did today. I was basically speaking about celebrating your greatness. A lot of times we focus too much on, I say, sometimes the negative or our failures. And the reason why I do quote my quote fingers when I say failures is because I view it failures now. This is where I'm at in my life, and the things that I've gone through and the knowledge and wisdom that I have attained through my own experiences is that a lot of times those failures serve as opportunities for growth. They also serve as a learning lesson for you to learn some lessons in whatever area of life you're having challenges in. And also, ultimately, I feel like it serves as a blessing too, because you learn from it, you grow, you move forward. Hopefully, your decision making will, become a little better. And so, you just learn from those situations, those experiences. But you have to take the time to just sit with yourself and reflect on just how far you've come along your journey, on this life journey. I know for me, and like I said, I wanted to make it brief, but I know for me, looking back from where I came from and where I'm at today, it amazes me. A lot of things that I've gone through that potentially could have broken me in a sense, or made me bitter, or just made me angry. It really taught me to appreciate those experiences, and I gained more humility. I gained more knowledge, and I feel more wisdom. And so, I can speak about these things and encourage the next person to, celebrate yourself. Honor just how far you've come. Because we all have challenges. We all go through trials and tribulations, but ultimately, you come out on the other side. You know, Trouble does not last always. So just learn how to celebrate your greatness. Do some reflecting. Sit with yourself. I went from relocating to a whole nother state, moving to Atlanta, and it's something I don't really share with a lot of people, but I felt led. God, I prayed about, what I would speak to you all about today, and God led me to, placed it on my heart to speak to you all about celebrating yourself and celebrating your accomplishments. Because, like I said, I relocated to Atlanta to pursue my passions. I wanted to pursue acting and singing and, the arts. And I was able to do that. However, I fell on hard times financially. I had resigned from a job that I was miserable at. And so that affected my finances tremendously, and so I was forced to move. But even in that, and then I was ended up being homeless. Luckily, I did have some people that I knew there that was kind enough and compassionate enough to allow me to camp out at their spot for some days at a time. But ultimately, it was just me and my car, and I had to move, and I had to put all my stuff in storage. It was a whole big ordeal. And then, not to mention, back home in Cleveland, my mother's health was declining. And so God shook some things up in my life, and ultimately forced me to move back home to Cleveland. At the time, I did not want to do that. because I knew my purpose and my plans for moving to Atlanta. But I was looking back on it now, I know that it was a blessing in disguise. I was able to spend the last few years of my mother's life with her, taking care of her, laughing, talking, just spending that time with her. So it ultimately served as a blessing. At the time, it didn't feel like that. But like I said, me reflecting on my life and looking back at that time, it definitely was a blessing. And I do love Atlanta still. I was just there. I love Atlanta. And I consider Atlanta my second home because it was for a while. But I am grateful that I moved back home to Cleveland, because Cleveland is always home no matter where I go. And I love to travel and see different places, but Cleveland will always be home. Like I say, home is where the heart is. So, but I never, especially looking back at that time, I never would have dreamed that I would be a business owner. I never would have dreamed that I would be able to fund my own dream. And it's not that I'm bragging about it, but I'm just so grateful and proud that I didn't let those experiences when I was on hard times detour me from, or break me, and stop me from still moving forward. So a lot of times, I had to learn how to celebrate myself, because a lot of times, we just caught up in everyday living, those moments, and you don't think about it. We almost like on autopilot sometimes, and you don't think about it. You just doing the necessary things you need to do to survive, right? And to live and to maintain. And so we get caught up in that, and we don't sit with ourselves and take that time out to reflect on just our life, or just have a life review. I know they say, you have a life review when you transition, but I think it's important for us to take that time out, carve that time out for ourselves, to sit with ourselves and really think about that, like how far we've come, and you will amaze yourself at just how far you've come, and just how much you have accomplished along this life journey. We beat ourselves up a lot, and we can be very critical of ourselves, but it's so important to celebrate your greatness too. It is. And so that's what I was talking about today, or speaking about today. And I hope that my words served as inspiration or some type of encouragement. And I hope I blessed you in some type of way, because that's what I always pray, that I can bless others along my journey. So again, head over to Testimony Tuesday with Hanisha on Facebook. Like I say, for those of you who don't know, I go live on Tuesdays, and I haven't been consistent because life has been coming at me fast. I'm planning an event for the ladies, actually next Saturday. That came really fast, but I had a lot of planning to do with that. And that event is the Women's Self-Love Spiritual Retreat. Tickets are on sale on Eventbrite if you're interested, or know some ladies that would be interested in attending. The tickets are still on sale and will be on sale until next Friday. So hurry up and get your tickets. But I try to stay consistent with doing the live videos on Facebook. So again, if you haven't already, head over to Testimony Tuesday with Hanisha. Check out that live video, or check it out, when you get a chance to. Drop some comments, like it, share it, or not, whatever, but I would love to have that open dialogue, see what you think about it, share some of your accomplishments, what you're proud of. Let me know. Like I say, drop some comments, or you can drop some comments here. And also, if you didn't know, you can check out Testimony Tuesday with Hanisha for the latest updates as well on YouTube. So it's Testimony Tuesday with Hanisha on YouTube. All right, guys, I'm not going to hold you. I'm starving. So I'm about to head out so I can get home and spend some time with my family and eat some dinner. But I want to, wish you all much love and light and peace. And I pray that you have a restful, peaceful evening. And I look forward to tuning in with you all again next week. All right, guys. Peace.